right? But this may be the last time that we cast this version of Inferno, and it's fitting that it's map 5 of the grand finals of the Pro League, with 2 exceptional teams on it as well. Luminosity versus G2. Luminosity starting on the T side, and we're into the pistol. Not wasting any time, and Body, he's about to get rushed down. He's totally blind and doesn't even see what hit him.
Oh, how do you recover from that? Smith is in low on the bomb side, but because they get the kill on Shocks, they don't even have to rush anywhere. Scream still up here, and they might want to avoid him right now, just to make sure they don't lose anybody else. If they go B, then Smith would have to play just an incredible defense here, pretty much alone, playing by the coils here, and he's going to be going down. Taco just jumping like a mad person into the bomb side, and Scream and RPK. 2 versus 5 right now doesn't seem possible, and in fact, seems like they just want to save the armor if they can. So, what a powerful start here.
Yeah, and I mean, a little bit overzealous, I think, from G2, especially that push from Shocks down mid. I mean, you could still recover from the situation where Body falls at car. It's not like the bomb site is completely open. And Luminosity now, I mean, this is a very, very commanding start. All 5 members alive. And I mean, this is the key on Inferno as well, is that your economy is so important. Losing pistol round, assuming they're going to buy into the next one, at least invest into some pistols, it's going to start putting a really fragile state to their money going into the 4th round.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, especially with the sort of the added round timer and everything, we've seen how that could really put some pressure on the CT side. Now, I do want to reiterate, because I said it at the end of the last map, and I'll say it here again if we've got any newcomers, the thing that really worries me here for G2 on this map is Fur. He was almost invisible in that last map, and they still managed to win it. I've seen some really terrifying performances from Fur on this map. There are some players that come alive on this map. Fur is one. Edward, I would say, is another one who just suddenly springs into action whenever this map is played. So I'd be a bit scared if I was G2 just because of that one player. It's another quick rush up top Banana, and they run right in and take the first kill there. A bit of a trade, actually. A Scream will get a kill with a deal.
He does actually manage to do quite a bit of damage, considering FNX and Fallen are also around half HP. So I was kind of questioning G2's force buy here, to be frank, just because Inferno, CT side, it's so important to have the necessary nades to hold off these kinds of rushes, these kinds of pushes. So going into that first round buy, right, the 4th round, when you're going to be looking to invest in the rifles, if you're G2, having every dollar you can get to spend on nades is so important. But at least they've actually managed to make it fairly close here.
This is crazy from Luminosity. He was a player and they execute right back into it, right through the smoke. There could have been a stack. So I'm saying we're not going to play any mind games, and there's Shocks with a good fight. All of a sudden, the retake's a little bit more doable. They at least have an avenue into the site.
Cold taking out one, Taco and Cold Zero again, and they will be able to close it out. But getting 2 kills, doing a bit of damage, I mean, is it worth the buy-up here for G2?
No.
I wouldn't think so either, no. I mean, teams are starting to go away from that force buy, or at least there's more of a mix now. Some teams like it, some teams don't, but that force buy, I mean, you're spending $1,500, you know, you can invest in a P250 and a flash and still keep the 1,000, and then you've got a full set of nades going into your first buy round, right?
Yeah, we started seeing teams as well just do the upgraded pistols with no armor. That's the big thing I'm starting to notice, especially on the CT side, because it's so hard to actually punish the T economy. It's much more forgiving. So yeah, it's bringing those into the 4th round to have that extra smoke, to have that kit is actually a pretty big deal. There's a nice pop flash, though. Aggression from G2 down mid.
Working out very well here. RPK getting a kill, but Fur coming in with a double, turning it into a triple here. That P90 just bullets for days, and it will be FNX to close out the round. So a quick 3-0 here for Luminosity, starting off well, and the first test here of G2, and they do need a lot of rounds in this first half.
This is where the pressure is really going to be on for Body, for Smiths. They need to start stepping up. I mean, Scream, RPK, Shoxy, they've all had their moments so far. Smith's a little bit as well, Body as well. I mean, it's just like now you're on map 5, and yes, it's a marathon, but it's the grand finals, and it's a totally different beast. So will Body, you know, with lacking experience in this kind of situation, right, will he be able to close it out, really show us his A game? Considering he's one of the 2 players holding on that B site, he's so important here. He's key to G2's success.
It's early nade damage on the Scream as well. He's down to 62. Doesn't seem like much, but later on, I mean, that can be really the deciding factor in any battle he takes.
Especially without head armor and the fact that there's that P90 in play. I mean, that's going to kill him immediately. So, yeah, small details here to look out for.
I'm curious to see if Shoxy's if G2 ever get the money, if Shoxy's going to be the one getting the op. Because Smith could have gone Glass Cannon AWP, but he chose to go for the M4 instead.
Yeah, maybe they trust in their CT setup here. And I mean, if they can make it work early on, that's going to put a lot of pressure on Luminosity. If you've got a good CT side setup here for Inferno, then it could be so hard to break on the terrorist side if you don't know what you're doing.
That's the tough thing, right? Considering Inferno's out of the competitive pool, this is pretty much the last time we're going to see it. You know, how much work has G2 actually put into this map?
It's interesting, though. They did take over Bananas. That forces 2 players there. So this A defense can only have 3 people in it for the moment because they have to trust. They have to be honest and say, yeah, it feels like you could very well hit this B bomb site at any moment. So they're keeping Scream at B for the time being, but he's starting to rotate back. He's starting to cheat a little bit.
Shox is going to have to be big in this pit if they try and go for it here, because his 2 teammates over at Little Pit are going to be in a lot of trouble if they get wrapped around from Archway too. Let's see, 20 seconds now as they try and move in. Not a lot of time here for Luminosity. We've seen this from them before. This is so scary. One mistake and this round is gone before it even gets going. Trying to push up there, and RPK caught out in a weird angle, and he can't get that kill. Fur to pick it up instead. Shox very low on health. He didn't have head armor, and you see the dink coming through. Smith now inside the side. 3 seconds left. Can they get the bomb plant down in time? Oh, they didn't. They simply straight run out. That is a very fine way to put your whole team on tilt.
Oh my lord, that was so close.
Turns out RPK, Shox, they actually did succeed.
But here's the tough part. Yeah, they win the round, but they still have like no money. They still have 4 Famas and a scout, and they're going to be very light on nades. Smith has nothing. RPK only has a smoke.
Get the tag there? No, he didn't even get the tag. A bit of a brutal start there for Smiths with that scout trying to be, well, just trying to be aggressive with it, looking into mid, but Fallen wasn't there. Instead, Fallen's taking his AWP towards B, where because of the lack of nades, it seems like G2 are trying to play this a little bit more passively. Maybe going for a delayed flash in the end. I mean, there's the incendiary to try and buy some time. Fallen going to be forced back, actually taking quite a bit of damage. Maybe a little body blocking going on there with FNX behind him.
Good news is that Scream and Body at the B bomb site both had smokes. They weren't one of the players that were lacking in that department. Even that Molotov buys them a little bit of time. But I mean, this is going to disappear pretty quickly, and then they have that decision to make. They might choose to just wait out for that second smoke at B, but I mean, as soon as Fallen makes any presence, they're going to drop it, and it's out anyways.
Oh, there's the second smoke being used. And now Fallen can communicate that over to his teammates. Hey guys, they don't have any smokes left over here. In about 10 seconds time, we can go ahead and actually execute onto the site, and there isn't really a whole lot that they can do to stop us. Scream has got a single flash grenade. It's going to be so important for him to use that at the right time to try and stumble Luminosity, try and put a hitch in their step, and we'll see. Might be setting it up now. It's been used already, and now Luminosity can just press forward onto the site. What is Body going to do? He's going to pick up the first kill, and that's a fine start, but FNX trades him.
Scream playing at the edge here, sprays down one, but he cannot follow it up. 25 seconds, and this time Luminosity won't fall the way they did last time. They'll have enough time for the bomb plant just going down now. Fallen turning around here, has to win the fight on Banana, and he sees it coming as well. Heads up play for him, and Smith is shocked. Well, how do you try for this retake? This is not quite like B bombs and Dusty. You can try for a retake here in a 2-on-3, but it is very difficult with what they've got right now. Almost no equipment on them. Shox moving around here with the Famas, gonna pick up one, goes for the spray, tries for Cold Zero, he's solo, Smith picking up one, it's a one-on-one, he's trying to go with the pistol, goes for the shot, he's missing it, there it is! He has a kit picked up, and it will be the retake here. G2 on the edge of a knife here, Moses.
Oh, Smith. All right, there we go. Delayed. I'm keeping an eye on these guys, Don't leave your teammates hanging.
I have no words how that works. These are areas that Luminosity is usually very strong in. Some missed shots though from water, absolutely. And from that grill area. And Smith's capitalize on it. Their money is still very fragile, very low, and with that plant, Fallen can be back on the op. I mean, it's still advantage in terms of what they're bringing to the round, but G2 is just barely holding on in these last 2.
This is absolutely nuts, and now the setup is here for G2. Now Smith has that AWP looking into mid. He's got the angle. But instead of challenging in mid this round, Luminosity have actually set up exactly in top Banana. What is going on? Shoxy, all of a sudden, he comes out of nowhere with 2 kills.
He's pushed down in the middle. He's going to go for it again, but they know where he is, and Fallen going to take him out of the equation. Bomb is dropped in second mid, but still easy enough for them to pick it up. Good shot there from Smith. Goes for a second. He's going to miss it, and now he's low on health, and he is being flanked as well. He somehow sees it coming. Did he hear Fur? There's almost no way. Smith's going to pick up the kill, and now it's a one-on-one. That is some incredible intuition from Smith. Maybe someone made a call, but that's it. Just absolutely wild. He's sneaking in. Can he catch FNX? He's going to get a bullet in the face for trying. And Luminosity, now they're in a very good spot here.
Yeah, that was the reset. G2, even despite winning 2 rounds, still in danger of that the whole time, just because they've been beaten up so much in those 2 rounds that they win. I think it was down to 1 player in each of them, so Yeah, right back towards pistols, and this is a tough spot for him. Luminosity with a good chance to get up towards 5 or 6 rounds during this sequence of saves. And I mean, that already right off the bat is a good terrorist half.
Scream up here with the Deagle, trying to make it work. Shots, the same thing, close range there with those pistols up in hallways, but not going to be working out at all. Luminosity not really giving them much of an opening in a round like this, which is what you'd like to see, isn't it?
You want to at least get some kills going in if you've invested in this round. Nothing really going their way. Instead, it's Fur, 2 kills with the SMG, so he's making even more money, which is exactly what you don't want to happen. And well, no success here. No joy for G2 in this anti-eco, or in this eco round rather, for themselves. Anti-eco, well handled there by Luminosity. And so they've got the bank going forward, and they know that that G2 are going to continue being under pressure economically, so they're just going to stick to the SMGs, no problem at all. Taco and Fur, they're money hungry right now.
I can imagine G2 is just, like, this is just heartbreaking. They have to save another time. Like, they want to get back into the buys. There's just nothing feasible that they could do. Even if they do happen to win it, it would be another scenario where because their arsenal is so weak, because they're missing so many nades, they'd probably be brought down to, you know, just in danger of being reset one more time, so they have to play it conservative.
And it seems like LG know this. They got the 2 Mac 10s, and they're already being fairly aggressive here, so they know they could use these 2 players as scouts and figure out what's going on. It's a very, very solid way of playing in a round like this, I feel like. Luminosity, I mean, we've been talking about how much of these team been brushing up on Inferno in the last, 2 weeks or something, but I mean, it's not going to go away that quick, is it, what you know on this map?
Well, the ghetto hold coming out from Taco, and he starts off strong. Takes out Smiths. There's Shoxy, though, gets the drop on 2. But Fallen, he's able to survive, and point blank shots nearly feeds him the USP. It doesn't matter in the end. Fur will find the kill on RPK.
That's a little bit, I mean, Fur even, I mean, the USP, not that one hit kill that the P250 or the 5.7 can be at that range. That's a bummer, but Shox had a chance there to get 2. And now you can see Luminosity, how smart they play these rounds. So passive, waiting for someone to peek because they have to find out where they are. Just waiting for them to walk into their crosshairs.
They saw both players. Yep. That quick peek there, spotted Scream, and Body had just taken a fight with the USP and Arch, so why, even if you know you're almost certainly going to win the 2v4 fight, why not just be absolutely sure of it? So I really like that mentality.
The fake plants as well, wow. Really trying to bait a response. What is this? You're an anti-eco boys here, they've got pistols.
It's because you're paranoid, Semmler, doesn't mean someone's not out to get you. And at this point, it really is, it's sort of the difference between saying, where we're sort of 99% sure, why not just get the last percent in, make it 100.
Yeah.
Because, again, if you lose a round like this because of skipping some of these fundamental things, it's not so much that you lose the round, it's the whole team is going to be affected mentally. Everyone's going to think, why the hell didn't we just do that one thing that we knew would win it for us? Good shot from Fur, just hiding in T-spawn, practically.
More bonus money, just building up a bank.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Kill to that Mac 10.
He even throws away the Mac 10. He knows that they're going to be buying now, but he's up to $9,000 at the beginning of this round for. On T-side Inferno, that is a sick bank.
Yeah, and just to point out as well, because we were hyping it up a little bit about first performance on this map. I mean, some of them have been eco-round kills and all of that stuff, but still 10-0-4 right now for him. And it will be 6-2, so yeah, a very, very good performance from him early on. We'll see if it can continue here. I think G2 just need to close out this half here, just make it 9-6 at this point, which is not impossible. Even if the money on Luminosity is pretty good, they could win a couple of rounds here and force an eco and get back in the game.
He heard it. RPK was close enough, and there's the shots through from Body. So I have to say that he's had a bit of a hard time over here on the B site, getting things rolling for himself. This time, however, it works. And now G2, they have that man advantage. All of the pressure shifts over to Luminosity to make something happen. But they've been given control of apartments at this point, Luminosity. Smiths rotated early. They had 3 players over on that B site to start things off for G2, but RPK was close enough to mid to hear the footsteps. And so now the defense should be solid here on the A site, ready and waiting.
Footsteps from Taco and Halls are going to bait out that smoke. This match so far, a lot of this has come down to that initial fight at Banana. It's so important to win that, and G2's been challenging it a couple times, and they've lost players here and there. And this time that it gives them a kill is huge. Taco's going to stay over at that A bomb site in the halls, but the rest of his team is over towards Banana, and this is going to be a 3-on-1 hit. And I imagine Taco, I mean, he's smoked out again, so he's got to wait, but I think they want him to be the one person who tries to cause a distraction, tries to get one kill.
Oh, they're going to come through here, buddy. He's going to have to go big. Flashbang goes out. He has to get at least one kill. There he is, picking it up. He got the first on Banana as well, so he's doing a fine job at the moment. And Luminosity, they slowed down way too much for this to work out. Flash is coming through, and Buddy transferring that spray actually a bit too soon, but RPK and Screamer there to help out. And Cold Zero, almost be a miracle if he could just get the bomb down here. 17 seconds, going to go for the spray. Looks like he wants to win the round instead of just settling for the money. Gonna plant one more time, 9 seconds left, and it's not gonna happen, so what a great round from Body.
Yeah, it really was. Just that one kill and then being able to just chill in oranges for a while completely stalls out Luminosity. I was actually surprised they didn't chase him down, but either way, it buys time for once the rotation gets in. Flashbang dropped in water. They're completely blind. It stalls them out even longer.
They're playing a 5 versus 4, and they do a 4-1 split on the set. Do you agree with that? That seems like a big risk to me.
It is a big risk. And no, normally when you have a man up, it's just, you know, play default. That had to have been some kind of read where they said, all right, we feel like they're going to hit this bomb site. Someone maybe called something out. That was pretty indicative. It might have been Taco and Hulls.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Taco was making a lot of noise over there, lots of steps. So maybe that was it, and he's here again. Same thing, Fallen though. He's got that angle on quad. Smiths will start off strong, taking out Fur, and even gets the passing headshot. Big plays here from Smiths, and he even gets the follow-up on a Taco. Smiths, what is this? Where did this come from?
That's a sick performance to start things out. 2 rounds in a row now, G2 has got the advantage very early on. Fallen is essentially, he can't really do too much. He's going to have to be used, you know, you're not going to see that aggressive style where he's going for the picks. He's more used second, third person in, grab an angle, and just cover your teammates, hope someone walks into the crosshair. But, I mean, there's stacks everywhere. 5 on 3. Luminosity might just be locked out of this one already.
Yeah, this is not one of those maps like Cobblestone or something where you, or maybe Mirage, where you could get the bomb down and have the low player play far away to cover the bomb as someone's defusing it, maybe get the shot on. It's so hard on Inferno, isn't it? Like, either way, you're going to have to get close enough that you know, the low health will affect the outcome. And they are just going to be sneaking away, trying to save what they've got here. So G2 starting to come alive a little bit here. But you're right, a lot of this really does seem to rely on the idea that they need strong opening frags. And it's always a bit thin when you rely on that stuff, right? Because that means if your retakes aren't working, you could be in some trouble. Although they have done a pretty good one over at B earlier, where there was 2 on 3. But still, it's almost a bit scary if you're all the time thinking about only the entry frags and not the rest of the half of the game.
It's a smart decision by Luminosity. If they go for it and lose, it's going to be a save round. But because they save these 3 weapons, Taco can buy Soak and Fur. They'll be able to have AK-47. So they basically, by saving these weapons, just get themselves another gun round.
Yeah, that is actually very wise of them. Rocks up nicely with Fallen. Curious to see if they're going to go back for more aggression on A, though. Try and teach Smiths that he can't have that position and get away with it every time like that. Although they have been successful at top Banana. G2 did have that round. So all of these things are basically going into Fallen's mind right now, and he's going to just be trying to factor it all in and figure out what needs to be done. And an aggressive peek like that could have worked, but a good flash there to force him off the angle, and now the smoke goes down at top of the car.
Just a bit of an early engagement, but nobody really coming out on top. So see if G2 are going to continue to try and fight for this banana control. Definitely a bit risky.
I don't know about that incendiary.
Did seem kind of pointless with no aggression with it, right? Because you can normally use that to cut someone off. If you want to peek, they can no longer fall back into the fire, or they're fighting in the flames.
Yeah, it's like you think about like B site, like Crims is so good at timing it. Oh, Fallen, he found it.
Now, who's going to lose patience first? Body tries to fall back into the side here. He's probably going to be dead. Oh!
He actually takes the shot through. Don't think that Fallen dies because Fallen was up on the wall there.
Well, it comes up with the timing as well, where if Fallen was, his teammate was spamming the boards of the car, so Fallen's waiting for someone to jump out of that spam. But if he's looking at that same crack that he had been at just 2 seconds before that, that probably more than likely is a dead body.
Yeah.
Boom. Dang. Smiths and RPK playing double in pit, which is such a powerful position. The only way that this position is not good is if they manage to wrap around archway. Then suddenly you've got too many angles, but as long as they're just coming in quad or apartments, things are looking good. And Body moving forward a little bit too much, but they're not going to expect Scream, and there is actually a second guy behind there as well. So pretty big setup here. Now they're going to try and split towards the B bomb site, but look at the clock again. LG, we've been here before, 15 seconds. If Taco dies, is try and push in, that's going to be the end of it. Scream, bit of a crossfire here. They try and make their way through. Cold going to be getting a kill, but Scream lining it up. 6 seconds left, and Taco, he will get the bomb plant, but Fallen is miles away. If Taco can't buy time, then Fallen can't do anything, and the bomb is even planted in the corner where I'm not sure Fallen can help from CT spawn. This is a little bit tricky here. 2 versus 3.
Fallen, unfortunately for him, they all rotate through mid, so they're in banana now. RPK, Smiths, and Scream, they have a couple of flashes. So let's see if they can figure out where Fallen's going to be coming from with this AWP. He's got the perfect angle onto the bomb, and Scream catches him looking the wrong way. And it's all on Taco now, 1v3. He's got a good position for it, and they line up. There we go, the big plays, but he's not going to pull off the last one. RPK will get on the board, and he's got the kit. Does he have the time?
Oh,
no.
I think he may not have it.
Okay.
Wow! How many lucky breaks do they need?
When you hear that click, that's when you know that was about to be a bit of a scorchy day in the B bomb site.
Oh, that's heartbreaking for Taco, though, when they push up from CT and he gets them both to line up like that.
And it makes you wonder, I mean, again, this is all 2020 hindsight, but I mean, what if he just hides for the last kill? Then probably RPK hasn't got time. What
Right.
an incredible clutch.
I mean, such smart play by G2 though, because you have 2 options, right? When that split comes in on the B bomb site, you can either chase him down and try and clear out CT spawn, or push down mid the way they did. And by doing that, they completely avoided Fallen.
Yeah, that's the big one right there. Fallen, man, he's got to be feeling so frustrated. He's like, come on. What do I have to do here?
Smiths with the auto sniper, but it looks like it's going to be a bit of a wild rush into the B bomb site. Smoke going to go up, but looks like they're going to try. Oh no! Testing Scream, and he gets a couple of kills in return. They have jumped through the smoke into CT spawn. They're wrapping around construction right now, and I don't think Scream is going to see that coming. He'll go down to FNX beforehand. Body picking up 1, and that Molotov doing so much damage here. He's eventually going to fall, but it should be a retake this time around. Even if the bomb goes down, LG, they shouldn't be winning around like this.
Bomb just needs to make it past. Fallen will be able to sneak his way onto the site, but it's right there. Shoxy, he's there to deny the plant. No bonus money this time around. Cold holds down Mouse 1, and he gets the kill on his Shoxy. What an insane shot. But he's literally got 1 HP now.
Yeah, but look at RPK and Smith. They hardly have any either. I just don't even know how Cold Sierra gets that shot on Shoxy. It's so ridiculous now. He's going to try and go aggressive, and they have to be thinking he's playing for the plant right now. Instead, he's here in construction. They have got this angle covered, though. If he walks out, he's dead for sure. Cold going right into it. And G2 tying up the scoreline at 6-6. Wow.
4 straight that they've rattled off. No plant there, but the losing bonus has built up enough to afford Luminosity another buy. And where do they go now? Because they've been stopped cold. They now have the auto sniper on Smiths is out. I believe they came out last round, but
Yeah,
I did. Still.
I'm not sold on the Inferno auto sniper entirely. I think, especially against a team like Luminosity, I'm not sure you're going to get enough time to sit down and just rattle off bullets before someone just shoots you in the face.
Isn't it like Exist the only one who's actually had any success with the damn thing? And that's pretty much it. Like others try and then.
didn't get an ace at the from the B bomb
True, from B bomb site, yeah. But I mean,
the original,
the OG, the guy who got the Scar 20 going. Teams still have nightmares of the old version of Train. Posted up lower ramp with the Scar 20 shooting ankles out.
Did we just get a cheer for the chicken being killed?
yeah.
All right.
Spent a lot of beer drank here today.
Yeah, we got to see where that snake is now. Like.
It's become so big that soon they're gonna have to give it a name.
It will be immortalized eventually. All right, moving on. Luminosity. The only issue here for Luminosity is that they're down to 50 seconds and they have 3 nades to work with. So
This is that same kind of tactic they ran at a time on the 4th gun round, where it was very slow paced up lane. No real execution, just slowly walk your way up, and they cannot get punished by that again.
Well, you say they can't, but it's not impossible that they will. Look at the 4th man rotating in here for Scream now. They've got such a good setup. 25 seconds. Shock's going to go and peek. A bit too aggressive. Quick trade, but Luminosity, they have to go now.
1 for 1, and they know that it's quad now. So everybody rotates in for G2 onto the site itself. So there's 3 players posted up with the crossfire established, and RPK is going to start things off by taking out Cold Zera. Fair looking to try and get this plant. They're trying to deny it as well from the pit, but 9 seconds left, 8 seconds now. It's all about the kills. They're running out of time, and there's Smith point blank with the Scar 20. I take it back. He gets the job done and wins the round in the end for G2.
That will be stressful if you're Cold, because he failed that jump 2 or 3 times, and RPK finally noticed it around the edge of that smoke. That's just, again, Luminosity. If you're going to go for a play like that, you can't run down the clock to less than 20 seconds when you're trying to boost up. I mean, that's just the mistake that's going to cost you the round.
And I think because, I mean, normally I would actually say that that peak from Shox is a bit of a mistake because he just trades, but because there's only like 20 seconds left, I think LG feel like, well, we have to go. They know we're here. We've got no choice. Just, you know, and then it becomes a bit almost, I think a bit, it happens on G2's terms rather than LG's, essentially.
It's one kill, and also it's spotting the other 3 or 4 members who are there, so all the information comes in.
Oh, no, wait.
This could get awkward.
Guy in pit dies. This is going to be the end of it. Going down quick. There's a shot. Trading favorably for LG. And Body and Scream. How does this round happen?
One flashbang. That's how it happens. One flashbang on the guy in pit, and all of a sudden everything is susceptible.
Yeah, the man posted up has to drop off, as you guys saw, obviously. And well, now, how do they turn this around, G2? 7-6. They're only 1 round ahead. They really need to lock this down and get the last 2 in this half. And there it is, the boost. Clever work. Oh, and it's not going to happen. Fur, he spots him out. Body now, too much work on his hands. Too much for him to handle. Fur with both kills, a triple at the end of the round. And they tie it up 7-7 now. And now it's the force for G2.
Yeah, and look, I mean, obviously there's 15 rounds, they're gonna buy whatever they can here, but just think about it. They've won 5 in a row, and yet the first time they lose a round, they're back to this. You know, single pistol on Scream for Masters in the hands of Body, Smith, and Shox, and RPK with the only sort of real rifle, as it were. So that says something about how close those 5 rounds have been.
That is a nice nade onto FNX, though, and it kind of forces his hand with that incendiary as well. Smoke to block it off. They're trying to play it safe, and they will be able to recover the AK. So well done, actually, as far as the early aggression is concerned over on Banana for G2. They come out miles ahead.
RPK in the pit, Molotov on him. He's going to have to move out, and they don't know that he's there. He's going to get the 1 kill in. Shox also picking up a shot. It's down to a 2-on-3 right now. Fallen looking for another opening. They will at least get the bomb planter this time. There's so much time left. No worry at all. Cold Zera up in Graveyard. Molotov gonna go a bit wide as Fallen goes down. Cold's trying to finish it out, but it won't happen. G2 gonna make it 8-7 at the end of this first half here in the 5th map. I don't know where to put this match. I mean, I think overall Luminosity getting away with a better first half, obviously, but I don't know. G2, they could still come back strong, I think.
I mean, if we've learned anything in this series, it's that, I mean, there are essentially no rules at this point.
Yeah.
You can't really assume any either which way.
It's possible for G2 to make something happen here because Luminosity, they got the start they were looking for. They won the pistol round, right? So they get the 3 rounds right off the bat, and then it's just a matter of picking up a handful of rounds after that for them to wind up at the 7. So, I mean, it's not easy. It's far from it, but G2, if they pick up that pistol, they're still in this game.
It'd be very interesting to see what kind of a pistol round G2 are going to be able to craft here during the timeout. I mean, we're getting very close now. The last half of this grand finals is coming up. first half finishes 8-7 in favor of G2, which is a pretty good result for Luminosity. We are in the last half of the grand finals here at the ESL Pro League. And the crowd has just, this has been a very long grand finals, and the energy seems to be going up and up. Is there any limit to it at this point?
I don't think so. Not at all. I think this next half is just going to be insanity.
Oh, dude, this is everything we could have hoped for, though. But it's so dead even. The only issue is that, yes, the score is dead even, but G2 are pretty far behind in this match, considering the fact that they only picked up 8 rounds on their CT side. That's not quite cutting it. Not on Inferno.
Inferno is one of those maps, though, where it is, because it is so CT-sided, because you expect CTs to get so many more rounds. That one round loss at the wrong moment can just shatter any plans you had for the next 5. It can just destroy everything you had in mind, and it makes it so much more difficult.
Well, a lot is going to ride on this pistol round, and we are seeing some interesting stuff here. 3 men already actually fall into the terrorist hallways, but it will be Fer to pick up the opening pistol kill here, taking out Smiths. And if Luminosity win this pistol, it'll be very hard, I think, for G2 to come back. Taco following up, and there's FNX taking a kill, going for the second one, but he's going to get shut down by Shockshot. Oh my god, what a kill to take out FNX and Fer both now. It is a 2-on-3 with Taco on 1 health. This could be done.
This could be done, but it's going to be incredibly difficult because the rotation is already coming through. Cold, he's going to be in CT. By the time Shox gets up the top and end, it's going to be the head-on fight between these two, and Cold Zera. No Kevlar, and Cold Zera makes it look easy in the end. The afterthought. Just doming Scream. And that pretty much tombs it here for G2. What can they hope to achieve now? No bomb plant, no pistol. They really have not had much luck with their T-side pistols, G2.
I mean, it's just...
This whole tournament long.
Yeah, and even looking at the big picture of this one map, now G2 on Inferno, they've lost both pistols.
Yeah.
It's so hard to win Inferno if you can't win a pistol round.
Grenades raining down to bottom of Banana, and again, Fer with the early P90. He's really loving that, isn't he?
Just rack up the kills. Although, for those of you who are new, just tuning in, right, the SMGs, we say, those are your eco buy because you get $600 per kill with them versus the 300 you would get with the average pistol or the rifle. But the P90, you only get the 300. You're not getting 600 with that one just because it's so damn good. So, yeah, you got a lot of bullets in it. And
you can move and you can hold down the trigger, so had to take away the bonus money.
Mouse 1, mad frags. Right, so... yeah, Fer not going to be building too much of his economy. Instead, it's Cold Zero with the UMP. But there we go. Long range distance with the Mouse 1 down. Fer picks up a headshot on Scream. And while G2, it looks like they want to commit to this B side eventually here.
Yes, I think sadly right now, Shox is the only one of the smoke to actually smoke off CT spawn, and he's pretty far away, so he's going to have to join up here. They actually run it without the smoke, and that may have just been a mistake there. Fer getting a couple of more kills in, making it a triple for himself, and Shox, if he could get a bomb plant right now, that would be almost a miracle. He's going to get the 1 kill in, looking for more. He hasn't reloaded, and Fallen there to take him out.
Fallen is nuts. What was that?
Yeah, that's a scary situation. We're coming through that smoke. He had the flash indication over his head as well, so you almost felt like he was half blind. He falls there. That's very winnable for Shox.
Exactly. Turns it into a 1v2.
Actually, very smart decision, though, by G2 with Shox so far away, because there was a time limit on how long they could wait before hitting that bomb site. And Fer, if he doesn't get there, that timing was just perfect on his rotation. But if he doesn't rotate, if Cold's the only one there, even without the smoke, even without the flashbang, G2 probably at least trades that 1-for-1.
Yep, you're right. But early aggression again. Fer, this time it's with the MP9. This time he wants to make the Skrill. And he's got to find 2 kills. Makes it look easy. Cold racking up the rest of them. And Scream only surviving because, well, Cold runs out of bullets.
For a moment, Shox sneaking all the way out back. Gonna get at least the 1 kill in. And it'd be hard for him to find a second kill in this round. Fer dropping quite low. Oh, Shox. All right, then. That's a really good kill. And obviously all your teammates are watching at this point. Probably give them a little bit of motivation again. You know, just, all right.
If only he had Kevlar.
Well, I mean, this is still, dare I say, a winnable round here because Fer is at 3 HP. He's in a really awkward spot, but if Shox catches him off guard, he's got plenty of time to make this kind of a play. And then even Cold Zera is very low, but he looks the wrong way. Fer does find it. Is he going to salvage the M4? He does get it right at the end, so that's a good find.
So 10-8 here. G2 now finally being able to pick up rifles in the second half, but there is that AWP on Fallen, and that could be a big problem, I think, for G2 to try and deal with. That means they're going to have to spend some grenades to check out the most likely spots, just to make sure they don't lose that early player. In fact, they're going to put Fallen alone in B right off the bat. That's a bit bold.
They have so much faith in him to make the right call with that op, and look at how aggressive Scree is. Speaking of bold, look at this fight. He wins it, though. Fur dies very quickly.
A nice kill there to start things off. The Scream is there to open it up. The entry frag, and they just go actually, they're just going to barrel onto the site. Full on wrap, but there's still 3 players alive here for Luminosity, so by no means is it going to be easy. And Cold already demonstrating that. He picks up the first shot. It's traded effectively. Body getting into that fight, but then Taco shut down by Smith, and Scream with the big headshot on FNX. Fallen just like that. He's probably thinking, hey, 3 players. I got 3 guys over there. This is easy. What happened?
That is sick from G2. Just a couple missed shots, and you could just see it's just a waterfall. All of G2 come right through that smoke at small pit, and there's just too many targets for LG to shoot at. The FAMAS is not effective enough. Even one player gets spotted out in Graveyard. He was kind of the insurance policy, and when he gets spotted out, that all disappears.
I'm not going to lie, that guy's not going to have any voice tomorrow, but I think it'll be worth it anyway here.
I don't think any of these guys are. Worth. But worth for Fallen.
I love this. I love this. I hope you guys watching at home on Twitch are giving a real feel for the atmosphere here. 9-10 being the current scoreline. All they save is the AWP now. They could buy a little bit. In fact, they are going to try and even out the money just buying a couple of pistols and some armor here. And I bet you're going to put a lot into saving the AWP for the upcoming round as well.
Save just a scotch. And look at this. G2, they are showing no fear. They're going to just go straight up and power to the top of Banana, but Fallen's got a one-way smoke that he's trying to take advantage of. And Cold, he goes for the jump, but he gets blasted at the same time. And it seems like G2, they might have spotted him go for it.
Oh, now he can't fall back with that Molotov. He's got to push forward. But actually, G2 relinquishes all pressure. They haven't even forced a rotation. They probably think there's a 3rd player over towards the B bomb site.
Just a bit of a weird engagement there early on. Fur is playing on the, I would say, unusual side of library. Normally you'd be holding to the right here, but he's actually on the left side of the doorway. Oops. That kind of gives it up, and I'm not sure Fur is going to be able to make it out. It was a good idea right up until that point. FNX going to be going down as well. Taco in the pit. Bit of a good shot coming in, but Fallen lets go of the AWP now. That was not part of the plan. No,
exactly right. And Cold should be able to recover that. Now it actually just becomes very important for Cold to recover the AWP, exactly. Back off and save that gun. This is his only job left in this round. Don't even peek. Don't even look for a kill. Keep the op alive.
And even G2, more than likely, they don't want to chase this at all right now. They say just keep building up the money. We're going to need everything for when LG starts buying again. They have to be able to build up bank. They have to be able to survive losing a round and having a good buy the next one. They have to be able to survive some losses in these rounds. So no reason to chase this down. But I mean, now the question becomes on the future gun rounds. This is twice now G2 is hitting this wrap side pretty hard.
They're showing that they're very effective with it, especially if, I mean, and they seem to be aware of all these different angles as well. Luminosity trying to change it up, having players, you know, post up in Graveyard, looking to try and go for the peekaboo kills, but they aren't really able to get it much going. They are trading, but it always seems like G2, they've got that killer unit going now together where they're just constantly trading one after the other.
What is this buy? G2 has a terrible read. Did they not realize they were going against mostly pistols last round? They pick up 2 MAC-10s for this.
That really does not make sense. This is one of those things that could have a big impact on this second half and indeed on the grand finals as a whole. We'll see if they can recover from it. They are going to be charging into middle here, and Fur there picking up one, going for the second spray. RPK will get a kill, but FNX actually the one picking up 2 shots, and now long range tapping. If he had an AK, this could have been very, very different here. Shocks not getting the kill in, and it's a 2-on-4.
This is a catastrophe. This is actually a catastrophe for G2. What do you do to come back to after this? I mean, mentally, you're just going to have to be like, what, do you just shake it off? That was a mistake. Okay, then. I mean, they have the money to buy in the next round, sure. But now Luminosity's economy is going to get a... I mean, if they can keep all 4 players alive, that's saving 4 rifles. That's saving a lot of nades. Luminosity's economy just got a big boost.
Yeah, that's got to be the worst feeling, turning the corner, thinking you're going up against a pistol and no armor, and you have an M4 in your face with a MAC-10.
Yeah, someone did the math wrong. They might have thought it was a double eco. I don't even know.
Yeah.
That is possible. It is possible considering it's, you know, CT side Inferno.
They must have thought that because it was pistol armor buy, that was like a force buy instead of just kind of evening, like you said, just using a little bit of the money to have a stronger buy this round.
That probably is what threw them off, isn't it? Oh, great start though. Boost down at bottom of Banana to pick up the first kill there on Taco. And G2, if they could come back here though, I mean, Luminosity still, economically speaking, right on the edge.
Nice flash from Scream. Gets the perfect read on Fallen there. Good nade usage coming out from G2, and while they maintain the advantage, they don't throw it away by peeking into Fallen. That's all Fallen was hoping for, to catch somebody getting greedy, trying to go for a shoulder peek. Boom, he brings it back to a 4-on-4. But now G2, they have a pretty firm advantage here, and they're just being methodical now at this point. Now it's time to get control of top Banana, and Fallen knows this. He's in position, and he's the kind of opera who will just stay here. But that one flash, again, such good flash usage, actually. Fallen really not trying to press it too much.
Just trying to go back a little bit. I mean, this is scary. If he misses a shot right now, he can be sprayed down, but...
What was that?
Body strafing, an easy kill right into Fallen's crosshair. Well, 45 seconds here, and this definitely looks like a B hit. If they put up a smoke for Fallen, then Fur is going to be alone in this bomb site with no Molotov or anything. It's going to be down to just pure spray here, as they are setting up for a bit of an execute. 30 seconds on the clock now. They have to move.
Well, they have run out of time, haven't they? Shoxy setting up the smoke for coils. Smoke for CT will be going down shortly as well. So Fallen, he's going to have to look for his timing. Does Fallen actually have a flash? Yes, he does. Flash goes out right into pool, full blind, and now Fur, it's a carnage! He's going to pick up 1 and 2, and Fallen might be able to chime in. He gets on top of the coils, but he misses the shot. 8 seconds left now for that bomb, and it will get planted, and there's the shot through the smoke from Scream.
Oh, he just wanted to get 1 kill for free there, Fallen, and just a little bit of greed. Now they're both coming in from Banana, and if they end up falling here, if they end up getting spotted, that's going to be a big problem. FNX trying to see if he can push up. They do have a little bit of time here. They do have a kit as well on either player. Grenade in the back here, but they don't see him doing a lot of damage, and Scream is going to be traded quick now. Shocked in a one-on-one versus Cold. Zero. Bomb is out in the open. Cold has no cover to try and go for this defuse, and no idea where Shox is, and he's just playing for the audio right now. Cold, he does have a smoke, but he's practically out of time. He's just going to have to straight go for it here, and Shox takes him out. G2 equalizing the score, 11-11, and they would be risking a lot if they tried to go for this buy.
Yeah, they have decent money. No reason to risk it, though. Go for the same kind of half buy with pistol armor and utility. Go down to about 2,500 and just buy into the next one.
That's what the game is all about at this point. It's getting into these trades, these awkward trades, and even then the money is going to be a little light, but they should be good. Luminosity for a full buy in the next one. So we'll see. Body once again leading the charge up to top Banana with Smith there to back him. And it's RPK to find the first kill, and that was at top mid. That's FNX getting picked off on quad side. So do G2 try and pounce on this? No, they're playing it static. They're playing it safe. They know how much is on the line now. Well,
Smith, good kill coming into it, and a good follow-up as well. I think Body actually got that shot with a grenade at the end, so pretty good stuff. Taco and Fur left, and there's not really a lot that they could do here. So a little bit of breathing room, a little bit of money for G2, which they desperately need. Their economy is really bad too.
G2 are starting to hit their stride, though. They aren't rushing in anywhere. Look at this. I mean, they're just staying so passive. They're like, yep, we're going to treat this like any other round. Doesn't matter if we have a 3-man lead at this point. No reason at all to run into some awkward spot and throw it away. So now they group up, and they're going to move in as a unit onto this A site. Taco still up in apartments. Nobody there to greet him, to keep him company. Instead, it's Fur rotating in on Speedway. We'll see if he can actually pull anything off, but he gets smoked off at Arch.
This is essentially, I mean, the round's already over, but if you're Luminosity, anything you can find an AK-47, say if you can find an AK-47, you found the wrong end of it. But this next round for Luminosity, it's going to be very interesting. They're going to be able to have at least one AWP on the board. I imagine Cold is going to drop that over to Fallen, who'll give him an M4 in return. And then it goes back to, I mean, this is the scary part because Luminosity, remember that the first gun round, they had Fallen at the B bomb site with an AWP alone and 4 people at A, and they still lost it.
Yeah, they are going to be able to save it, though. 2 players in pit just babysitting the bomb. They shouldn't go out boom. Smith is going to get far enough away. And G2 are the ones now with a really solid round. It's going to give them a little bit of breathing room as far as the money is concerned. Right now it is all on Luminosity, and, well, they do have just enough. Fur is a little light. He might have to get dropped. We'll see how they juggle things, but the nades are going to take a little bit of a hit. This is like OG nades where you just had $800. Well, you can only have, like, the 3.
Yep.
No kit, though, for Luminosity. They just can't find it. But Fallen has his op. Let's see. I mean, Fallen has times on Inferno as well where he just goes completely crazy, and he's going aggressive. Look at this. The aggressive peek, and great shoulder peek there from Smith. Just baits out the shot. No tag for Fallen.
Yeah, Fallen's actually had a really tough game here on Inferno. I think he's at 7 kills right now, and we are in the 24th round. So someone's going to go and have to help out coldzera and Fur, who are way on top there. And who knows? It could very well be Fallen. He's not the type to just sort of tilt too far. Usually tries to get back into it, and his team need him right now. If they end up losing this round, probably going to be right back to Eco, and then G2 are going to be close to closing out the map here. So I'd be just a little bit nervous right now if I was on the LG team.
I love this teamwork. No, Body, he's thinking about peeking again. He's peeking. He's going to think about peeking that angle. Fallen is waiting for it. But Smith and Body playing together, watching each other's backs in case the flash peek comes out. Cold should just be waiting there with that smoke. He doesn't even have a smoke, does he? He's just waiting to watch the angle. It's all on Fallen and Cold. There's no smoke to make life easier for them.
Although meanwhile, on the other side of the map, RPK Scream Shocks use a lot of utility up mid, tried to put some pressure, and no one from the B bomb site for Luminosity has moved. Fallen has not flinched.
Oh, what a fantastic shot.
Shoulder peek attempt from Body, but Fallen's just so quick. He's still in the corner. Oh, here's the no-scope coming through, and Cold, he goes down. How does Shocks do it? Well, they make it in, but look how low on health they are here. LG still have an absolutely great position for this retake. If somehow Shocks and Scream could make it out here, it seems like it's almost destined that they're going to run away with it. Shocks in the back line with the AWP. He does get the first kill in on FNX. Still another 2 to come. And they still have a lot more health. Scream in the back line. He's going to look for a couple of one-taps here. Sees the first player, but can't get it. And Shock's going to be going down. It's Fur, still top fragging, now at 26 kills. And going to tie up the scoreline 12-12 here. And there will be just enough time for the defuse.
This is nuts. What is this absolute chaos? Oh. Wow, that's spray transfer.
That's disgusting.
That's not even fair. Still, though, I mean, the Luminosity in the same situation that G2 was in the first half, where, yeah, they win a round, they win it very close, but again, they're still in that nightmare situation of possibly being reset this late in the match, this late at 12-12. That would be a disaster.
I mean, nobody can afford to be reset right now. Neither team has any kind of real economy, so whoever loses this round is going to have a huge uphill struggle in their hands. They are a little bit scared of Fallen. That's what I was talking about earlier. They need to use grenades to just get rid of his positions early on.
I like it. Removes the condition. I mean, it basically puts a little bit of pressure on Fallen now. And it's going to come down to him on the read. There's the smoke. Instead, here he goes out. He isn't hearing any footsteps, though, but so far the defense holds strong. First, starting to think about cheating over towards B. He's holding by Arch, but 4 players remain on this site. G2 have not sold this fake.
Yeah, here's that same setup that failed earlier on, but Fallen has to use that Molotov early because he's the only one of that site. He couldn't risk it. It's all on this entry up mid.
If they check that corner with the Molotov, that would be the worst possible start to this defense. They've got one in corner there. Bit of a shot coming out. FNX going to take the fight and almost gets 2 for it, in fact. But where's the play going to come from? There it is. coldzera coming out. No one checking the corner, and they lose 2 players for it. Good shot from Body, but now it's all on Shocks here. 1 on 3, and he's just swinging a bit wide up on the balcony there. Triple kill for coldzera, and a 13-12 scoreline.
This is where the pressure just ratchets up. They're on a quasi-buy. They don't have the money for a full buy now, G2. So do they hard eco?
I think you have to invest at least a little bit at this late if you can still keep this economy low. You know it can't be strong for the Luminosity side. So they do get 3 deagles. Going to go for some of the tags and finish them off later on. That would be huge. Fallen though with this angle. I think he hits Smiths through the wall. Cold's gonna clean it up. And there he is with one more. So clean.
It is a thing of beauty to watch Coldzera at work. Nicely done, just gets that. I mean, Body, there isn't a whole lot that he can do. FNX will attempt to go for the spray transfer, but Shoxy will get the punish on him. Fur, however, steps in and ends the story there. So 12-14 now, and Luminosity, they're 2 rounds away from taking the title. G2, this is pretty much their last ditch effort here. This is their last chance. They have to buy, they have to get the bomb plant down. And Smith, what does he do? All right, he's not going for the glass cannon op. He had the option to go for the glass cannon op, but he chooses to go for the rifle with the nades instead.
Oh, the op is hard enough on the T side of Inferno. If you're glass cannon sitting in these choke points, any nade, any spray through smoke is going to do so much work, and it's going to be a battle for Banana.
Oh, and Body starts off strong, and Body trading effectively. Scream feeds himself in there, but that's fine if Body's getting the kills right back.
Oh, and I like the fact that G2 don't just charge in. That would be a pretty costly mistake potentially to make here. Bit of a grenade out. They can smoke off this position. Again, Fallen actually going to defy it and just goes all the way through. So if they had run past this corner, the round could be over really quickly. Fallen seems to be hitting shots right now.
No one else rotated but Fallen. How much faith do they have in this man with an op to just hold this off? He's still under so much pressure, and he's in a spot he can't fall back from here.
No, he can't fall back, and if he misses a kill, he's dead. So it's going to have to be flawless play here again. They try for the peek, the bomb is down, and Fallen. Oh my god, they're coming around the corner, 50 seconds left. They get the grenades in, Fallen picking up one more shot. He's close range, they're finally going to take him out. Smiths with the kill. And now it's a 2-on-2 as they run onto the bomb site. They need to get this bomb down quick and put the pressure back on. Smiths, a random jump. That must have been a mistake, but he still picks up the kill on Coldzera. And now Taco, he's going to have to try and do this. He can't let them back in the game. 1-on-2, the bomb is down, he sneaks in, he goes down. Body with a triple kill, G2. One step closer.
What a round from Body and Smith.
You can see the mistakes coming out from both teams. RPK with the bomb just walking around that corner. Yeah, and then the peek here by Coldzera. Look how far away Taco is. There's no reason to take that battle trying to retake this bomb site too early. Wait for Taco to get there. Do it as a team like you have for this whole half. But the pressure of the situation is forcing some mistakes out of both of these teams.
Yeah. Incredible for Body, though. And now we actually have the timeout coming through. So.
Oh, wow. This crowd is so ready for it. I was gonna say it's been a long time since this team has been in this position. I don't think they've ever been in this position, not with this lineup certainly. No. But I mean, this is even the core of the team. They have just not been on anybody's radar for a very long time.
No, it's almost as if they've been written off, right?
Yeah.
Like you're just waiting. Shoxy, you know, ever since they left Envy, it's almost as if they've been cast out into the wild. All eyes were on Envy to achieve. And while they did achieve, they went on to win the major, but it's been a long time coming for Shoxy to be able to bring this roster together. Scream, delivering all series long, in fact, as well. Back-to-back 30 frags.
Yeah, this has been a hero performance in this grand final for Scream. I can't remember a single series where I've seen him play like this, I think ever. I don't think I've ever seen Scream play at this level for his whole career. Not this consistently for so long. It's quite impressive.
And in a pressure situation like this as well. Grand finals.
Yeah, and this resurgence of shocks as well. These T-sides out of him have been just leading the way for his team. So many good entries. And I mean, look at this. I mean, we'll get it up on the screen when the timeout happens, but this is going to be... Luminosity chooses to buy into this round.
This is no fear.
This is essentially... It feels like it could be the map on the line.
End it now, basically, is what they're saying. We should be picking up this game soon. But it is all on the line now for Luminosity. If they lose this round, they're going to be allowing G2 to get up to 14-14, and then it's all out of control from there. These chants, man, it's nuts.
Moses,
it's actually kind of...
You look like someone who is not ready to be in the UK at this level here. I feel like you've been unprepared for what you're about to witness.
It's my first... I wasn't warned about this.
Did you just go full Illidan on him, Anders? Come on.
Oh, man. Well, the tactical timeout is over, and the scoreline is 14-13 as we move into the 28th round. And it looks like it's going to be a quick one here. G2 trying for some mid-control. Fer, he does shoulder peek and spot it down, and that's a lot of information. But for once, they have a 3-2 setup. So G2, if they wrap around, this could actually work out. Smiths taking a bit of a fight over by Quad, and now the rotation is coming in. The fourth man, Cold Zero, looking to see if he can help up, but a smoke up. They are committing to this. They're actually just walking around Arch, and finally, they are going to speed up behind it in the pit. Taco and FNX, they have to stay alive. They have to buy time for their teammates to come in through the smoke. Otherwise, it's not going to work out. Taco going to be going down. One last guy left, and FNX is going down. Scream, picking up the shot. And now, with Smiths down, it's still a 3-on-3.
And the bomb has been planted. RPK is low on HP, but they still have the nades here, G2, to make this count. Fer has worked his way up onto Quad. There's a man playing in pit. That is Scream. Perfect position for the headshots, and we'll see if he finds them on Fer. This is all about patience now, keeping their cool, G2, and not overextending, not giving Luminosity an easy frag to start things off as Fer is getting closer and closer to the site. There's the flash, and he goes charging in. Body is down, but he's getting shot in the back. And RPK and Scream, the crossfire is effective. Now thanks to all thrown apart for Fallen. He misses the fire-away shot, and it is just going to be him alone saving the AWP. No choice in the gamble for Luminosity.
But the money is not there for the Brazilian side. It's simply not there. They have a saved AWP. Moses, how big a play do you want to try and make it around like this with the AWP?
If you're falling, you just do it out what you've been doing for most of this half. You go for that B pick, see if you can get it early, fall back. But
why not the mid peak?
Because you didn't have the spawn for it, first of all.
All right.
Second of all, that's much, much more of a gamble. At least this way. And also, this allows him, if he can set up this angle like he's been doing, he can be the only one at this B bomb site. But oh my lord, they counter it perfectly. It's brilliant. The Mac 10 from Shox wants to end it. It's a free bomb site.
Where's the rest of them, Luminosity? Fer is going to try and step in here, but he's only got the USP, not the best firepower for this situation. Body is going to be there, and Body will snuff cold. But the smokes are down, and Shox has got the angle, looking into CT as well. And well, now it's all about Luminosity trying to get the exit frags, trying to make this expensive for G2. Oh, and if Scream were to die there to Taco, that could have been a great find for Taco.
The speed right now on this G2 team, Luminosity just can't deal with it. They just run up banana, flash in, and keep running. They don't stop until they're in the B bomb side. It's deadly.
Just mass pressure.
I mean, you asked me what to do with that AWP, and I was entirely wrong because G2 knew it was coming. And they counter it perfectly. One flashbang and then just non-stop aggression with those Mac 10s.
AWP not saved.
And FNX
15-14 map and tournament point here for G2 Esports. This is a Cinderella story.
Well, let's see if they can do it. It goes the distance. We're 30 rounds. So now Luminosity are battling for overtime here on the last map of this best-of-5 grand finals. Or can G2 hold? Can they show the bravery that they showed in the last round and get the job done here? And it's straight up second mid this time, changing it up. Getting very close to apartments right off the bat, and now they begin to walk, just in case somebody's holding close. And Taco, he happens to be doing just that with the Swag 7 up in apartments.
Fer here in the middle, great pick off early on. They're going to try and run him down, but the counter Molotovs are coming out. This is a great defense being set up by LG right now. FNX, he really wants to go and peek that, but there is no real reason to. They've got the opening frag. They lost nothing for it. And this is the first step in the direction of overtime here. If you're Luminosity, that's exactly what you want.
Considering how lethal Shoxy's been with the AWP, though, with the AK, do you want him going where the AWP? When right now, G2, everything that's worked has been explosive, has been them getting in Luminosity's space and just overpowering them.
It's not a bad idea if he's just going to go for this pick here, or try and hold the angle as his teammates get up and then swap it out. And there's the Molotov to clear out the corner, but FNX on this side comes up huge.
They just couldn't punish that. The Molotov was the right idea. A body 1 versus 5, and Luminosity saying, "No, we're gonna get this in overtime," and that's gotta be a little bit shocking for G2 as well. Just having to readjust their mentality. Now suddenly they're playing for something else. It's a good shot from Body, and he's still got the bomb. Now in a 1-on-4, looking for the trade here, but he's on 1 health. He's gonna go down, and ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be at overtime. It was fitting, isn't it? In a grand final that goes to the 5th map, of course it was going to be overtime.
It's like deep breath at this point.
It's just Inferno wanting its last celebratory send-off. What an insane series, though, from G2 and Luminosity. All 5 maps, but especially here on Inferno. This was such a battle at the end. Teams after risking economy to make it work, having to gamble on some of these force buys, having to just bite the bullet and save for a round when they absolutely do not want to.
Well, we are gonna just have a sort of quick timeout here between two things, but we won't go anywhere because obviously we can't let go of the energy that is in the arena right now. It's so incredible, isn't it? I mean, we've talked about this before, but I think it's been a really long time. I can't even remember the last time when we had a situation where everything was sort of this tense, right? When you get into the 5th map in a grand finals, you're playing overtime, and it's so dead even between two teams. Now I feel like it's where teams and individual players start to make small mistakes, but they can have really big consequences. This is where someone, you know, fails a single grenade. They sort of step on each other's shots. There's a little bit of miscommunication. Anything here could really be deciding.
We've seen it even in this match so far. This reminds me of actually also one thing. If you listen to this crowd, how loud it is. I mean, the players can hear this, and it's going to muffle, even with soundproof. I mean, it's going to muffle some sounds. One thing at a certain point, Gerhard told me about environments like this, and this I thought about it watching G2 play this terrace half, was if you pick up the pace, because they can't hear your footsteps anyways, there's no cause in running. There's no point in walking. They can't hear you even if you run. So just run everywhere, and it just seems like G2 has just been so incredibly aggressive.
That's probably exactly what happened at the end of that. At the end of that half there, the fact that, you know, just charging up on Fallen definitely looked like he was caught a little off guard. Charging up second mid as well, although they did decide to walk at the end. And this is what's going to be, like, this is why this pause is so lethal for G2 at this point, because they're going to be thinking to themselves, we were so close to having it there. You know, we could have done it if only this, if only that. It's going to sink in. Whereas Luminosity are thinking, great, boys, now we really get time to actually, you know, lock this down. We have all of our money again. It's not going to be a half buy. You know, Fallen's going to have his op, all the nades. Everybody's going to have everything that they need here, Luminosity. So
that is one very cool aspect of this overtime, because we saw how much of a struggle it was for these teams to put buys together at the end of that half.
Yeah.
Now that they have all their money, what are we going to see come out? Because they have their entire playbook open to them now.
Do we see the same aggression? That's the question here. Do we see the same aggression out of G2?
Do want to point out that Fur currently at 31 kills in regulation. That's also a bit mad. You got to realize he had, what, 7 kills at the end of Dust 2, I think, or something like that. He was almost invisible on that map. Then he comes back and does this. That's sort of individually also just quite a turnaround for just one player.
I swear it's nuts. It's really nuts, because Cold is also sitting at 28.
Yeah.
And FNX at 22, whereas like the highest on G2 is 24 on Shoxy.
Well, here it comes. First half of overtime here at the Grand Finals in the 5th map, and I don't know how to call this right now. We're going to have to see if G2 can keep up the pace, and now that Luminosity have money, if that's going to make the real difference here.
Oh, and it's a straight up execute from G2. We haven't seen much of this. Let's see if it works. There's the flash into mid. FNX blinded white, and now they're going to walk right into the trap. Shoxy opens it up. He takes out Fur, but Cold is lying in wait, and Cold with a double kill. Shox and Scream, though, bringing it back into a 2-on-2.
Taco inside the bomb site. Fallen is miles away here. He's going to have to stay strong, but he's got the perfect weapon for it. The Max 7, if they don't check this corner. Oh, shot once, headshot as well. Oh, Shox! He brings it back. He gets the triple kill, and now it's just up against Fallen, who has the AWP. Maybe not the best weapon for it here. If he misses a shot, Shox might have an opening. Fallen is creeping in, getting closer. He's got the pistol. He knows how low Shox is. He's turning the wrong way, and Fallen, he's going to get the shot. Great communication coming out. Taco, he knew he hit that shot.
And that's where the crowd comes in as well.
Yep.
Does that, Shox, you see him, he's like, he starts turning around like, where's he coming from? Well, sometimes it can work against you as well.
That is so confidence from Fallen. Just walking in with your pistol in overtime. Yeah, he has the information. But still, I mean, if Shox has the right peek and is able to spot him out and not fall, then all of a sudden he can use that box very effectively.
This is incredible, though. All right, well, overtime, the first round, it was close, but Luminosity, they get the start on 16, and they actually maintain their economy now, so they should be feeling a little bit better going forward, even though it was an expensive round.
That's such a crazy thing to do as well, by the way.
Yeah.
For your economy, you buy a shotgun in first round of overtime just in, I'm assuming that's just in case they lose it. He's building up money to reinvest into the AWP, but what a mad thing to do.
Rinse and repeat, though, from G2. Interesting. This time the setup is going to work for Fur, however. He's going to catch Shoxy, and the raid boss is down. Taco steps in, and Taco with the double kill.
My God, they're being slaughtered in this round. Smith's last man alive. Great shot midair, taking down Fur, but Fallen will follow it up, flanking him from behind on archway. Again, with these overtime rules, we are looking for the first team for 19 rounds here. So Luminosity are dangerously close.
Yeah, they're right on the edge at this point. And luckily for G2, they got that bomb plan in the first round, so they have a good enough economy to buy here, but it means Smith is sitting on a Tech 9. 4 rifles to go along with it, and now we have to see, can G2 keep their hopes alive? Can they pick up a round here on their T side of overtime? And the dunk nade doing massive damage.
Ooh, FNX making the cross step behind the smoke. That's a bit scary, but you can see Luminosity are really scared of the potential B rush, so they keep putting 3 members over there early on. Smith's dropping very low on health here, and not the best start for them.
No, not at all. That is so softened up. He's going to have to just watch a flank or something, but he can take no part in the hit. And it looks like they want to go right back at this A bomb site, but all this money that Luminosity still has, these repeated smokes, still 2 Molotovs left, 1 smoke on Fallen as well, and he's going to be at the B bomb site. And this has got to be some kind of fake between Shox and Scream. Try and get the kills, try and force the rotation.
Just make some noise, get that banana control, show some kind of presence over here. And Fallen, he doesn't care. He sees that flash coming, he's like, yep, still going to hold the angle, not going to fall back. You're not going to force me off of it.
And he's at such an off angle. He's holding a wider angle than you normally would. So if you peek that corner, you're going to peek into his shot in a really bad way. So it'll be tricky. I think even if they smoke him off, he can just take a step to the right and he'll still be there. No problem at all. Some shots coming out here now. Just 39 seconds left as they try and push in. FNX going to get the 1 kill and falls back quick. Smith's out of the round, and now they have to commit to it here, G2. Trying to see if they can make it work. Taco picking up 1 kill, but this is working out so well for LG. Taking out Body as well. The bomb is dropped, and it's all over in this first half. Scream going to be going down, and Luminosity now, they're just 1 round away.
And they swap over to the CT side. Or, I'm silly, to the T side.
What a dominating.
Okay, they can get 1 round of the T side here.
What a dominating round, or half for Luminosity, though. Just, that wasn't even, G2 didn't even get close to a bomb site there.
Yeah, they tried twice for the archway wrap, and that just, none of them worked.
Well, the first setup from LG was like hard counter. Cold waiting in the corner right there, up in the cut, and the bait working out as well. I mean, nightmare fuel for G2. And so now, well, what are you going to do, G2? You need another perfect half. You need to lock down 3 rounds in a row. And if you can stop Luminosity from getting a bomb plant in this first round, you might have a shot.
Look at this defense, though. 3 players at the B bomb site for G2.
What a risk.
It's just Shox and RPK over at A.
You could lose the grand finals to an A push right now, and I don't know how you'd sleep at night if that happens.
This has got to be for some kind of measured aggression at some point in this round. With 3 players here sticking around, they have... Okay, Smith is just rotating off now.
Yeah, Smith is the rotator. He's the one who has to go by feel. And Scream is even thinking about cheating over towards A as well. This is interesting. Could they actually be figuring it out here, G2? Could they see this hit coming from Luminosity? With a minute left, Luminosity are still very present in mid, and they've actually taken control of it now, and they commit with Cold Zero as well. That's the bomb out in the open.
Smith's playing this corner where he could just take a shot and fall back, and it looks like Luminosity are going to be falling back towards the B bomb site. Scream is actually rotating the wrong way right now. He could be setting up for a smoke. That's a really good smoke to help out Body, but it doesn't change the fact that Body's going to be alone. He does have a Molotov to put out on the other side here, but again, this is just a question of timing. If they push when he's looking the wrong way or he gets flashed, it's going to be over.
This is all about the timing now. And Luminosity, they have nearly all of the nades necessary. A couple of Molotovs, and you can see them getting in position now. Scream setting it up. The flash is actually going to flash his way right through, right into a Molotov. Doesn't matter. He holds down mouse 1, but Taco finds him nonetheless. And FNX is there to pick up a kill as well. Straight into CT. Oh, FNX shows no fear. And now it's down to Shoxy and RPK in a near impossible retake.
Look at how low Taco and FNX are, but they are in a 2-on-4. That bomb plant just going to go through with 7 seconds left. And now PK, he needed that kill. They're doing so much damage, but Luminosity are staying alive here. And this retake is almost impossible, and they're just holding strong. Luminosity, they're not showing themselves. They're not giving them any opening. RPK pushing into the back, and he goes down to Cold Zero. It's all on Shox. He picks up one and goes back for more. He has no grenades. Luminosity in overtime here, looking for the shot. Shox gonna pick up one more. Triple for him. Oh, he gets the quad kill. Are you kidding me, Shoxy? He gets every single one and keeps the dream alive. One of the maddest retakes I have ever seen.
Luminosity play this so passive. No one peeking, no one going for anything.
They're just waiting. They're like, there's no way. There's no time for him to make this play happen.
And the key there, because he goes for that, RPK had seen both of them earlier when he swung wide on that, because he dinked one and had seen the other. So Shox knew both were in that corner the whole time.
Can we have the counter tilt come out here? If ever there was a time. If ever there was a time. But let's see. Fallen. Now they're just trying to make this play happen. Fallen, he's actually going for the aggressive peek straight into CT. He's like, if anybody's going to be holding this angle, I'm going to nix them. This is incredibly tense now. FNX and Fallen have already taken some damage in this round as well. Fresh smoke goes down to the top of Banana. And so Fallen looking to see if somebody's going to make a mistake, but Body holding very passively. Instead, it's G2 tempted to get that stack going on the A site with 4, but Scream seems to be thinking otherwise. Wants to head back towards that B site. Stiffen up the defense here with Body.
Falling back into a B hit as well. They've now given up all control towards the A bomb site.
Oh, Fallen revealing that AWP at top Banana, but LG, these Molotov executes have been so powerful. It's not just that they could firebomb out Body here, which they definitely can. They don't have to check a lot of these corners. They just run in and they only check coils. They just keep a hold on CT spawn. It's all very, very powerful. Scream, he's up here, and he's going to need some pretty good one-taps if they come through. 30 seconds left. Not a lot of time for Luminosity, but they are going to make their way in. Body holding in the back lines. There's Taco going down, and Scream picking up, but Fallen. Quick shot with the AWP, Body out in the open, and he's going to go down, and we're at it again here. 3-on-3 for the retake.
Unreal, and now Shoxy's on the scene. But Fallen's got the angle on him. As soon as he pushes up, Fallen could go for the aggressive peek as well. Is Fallen brave enough? No, he decides to fall back, and there's some information gained for Shoxy. Great flash, and Shoxy going in for the spray, but Fallen, he's not going to let him make it happen. Instead, it's all on Smiths now. 1v2, and it's over! It is done! Luminosity, they are your champions!
My God, what a marathon match this has been. 5 maps.